So would you like to kick this one off with female rap and hypersexuality?
See, this one really grinds my gears. So I think for me, what started was that is that I was literally just on my phone and stuff, and so I I think where I got upset was that like Gorilla and like Megan Thee Stallion released this new song called "Wannabe," and so there was like this twerk challenge that was going on to like obviously drum up more publicity for the song, and so just recently I just feel like I've been just seeing like us all over like my algorithm and stuff. It's just been like twerk challenge, twerk challenge, twerk challenge. And I thought to myself, this is female rap in 2024. Like I feel like this just summarized female rap. And by the way, when I say female rap, I mean mainstream, like mainstream female rap. I know that people are gonna argue, well, that's not all the female rap. But I was like, yes, but this is the overwhelming representative that is being pushed in the forefront. And I was like, when is enough tomorrow?
Um, I honestly think that the line's just gonna be pushed further and further and further. So maybe until like say it's not allowed on Instagram anymore.
I was gonna
That might be the line.
And the thing is, I say, like, Damara and I on like not prudes or anything. Like, I think it's also good to have like it's fun to have like whining and twerk music. I enjoy them. We need time to turn up as women and feel good. So I'm not against it at all. But at this point, I feel like since 2018, when it's just constantly, and at this point, it just seems like that's all the music that's being released. It just gets to be too much, and it's like, when is enough enough? And my issue is that it's the lack of balance in
Yeah,
it.
I agree. Personally, as an artist, I would just want my catalogue of music to just have various vibes, various feels. I've got the sad girl songs, I've got the empowering women songs, I've got the songs to make you feel sexy, I've got the bedtime songs, not just one particular song with one particular sound. Because, certain songs, booty shaking songs, it's got a certain sound to it, certain rhythm, certain tempo. Like, I would just want to be seen by the public or by my audience as just a versatile, diverse artist. I'm not just a one trick pony making these songs. And I know it pays the bills, and that's probably why a lot of the mainstream artists or the mainstream rap girls are doing it. But for consumers, it is tired. In my opinion now, with how it's being done, it's very sameish. And I'm I'm tired of it. Um, and then also as well, like I'm not a prude. I love beautiful women, big bodies, love that. But like, it's just borderline soft porn. I don't even know how else to say it. It's just
I
like,
agree.
and it's just like,
Because
I just don't want to watch soft porn.
Because you know what? Let me say stuff too. Even though in the 90s we had Little Kim and Foxy Brown, obviously, and thing is, when we had the Little Kims and the Foxy Browns in the 90s, I felt like the 90s had it perfect for me personally. The 90s, you had the Little Kims and the Foxy Browns, but you had the Lauryn Hills, you had the Queen Latifahs, you had like the Missy Elliott's, even though she's like late 90s, more 2000s. There was a perfect balance. And even then, I felt like, and Little Kim's lyrics were raunchy as like how, like, we're not going to deny that Little Kim's lyrics were raunchy. However, even then with the music videos that they did, they went like crazy nowadays. Like these music videos nowadays that are coming out is actual madness. Because also at this point too, the thing is, I'm not gonna put this all on the women too. It's the men too. I think
what?
No, I'm gonna put this on the men too. I think
no, I
hip-hop,
agree.
hip hop has a hypersexuality problem in general.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And that's the thing. Did it start with us first or did it start with them first? Did it start with the artist taking it there and we were like, woo, yeah? Or was it had to start with the artist first. It has to.
Well, let's be honest. Like hip hop, it started out with the men. We had the NWAs who literally started like perpetuating that like hypersexualization of
Yeah, and
women.
those crazy
They
music
literally
videos.
like it started with NWA. They had the imagery of women also started twerking and stuff and literally like smashing cake in their faces and stuff. And then other men started doing it in hip hop, and then
Yeah.
that became in fashion. Like Nelly literally swiped a credit card between a girl's butt crack. I
He
feel like
did get a lot of backlash from that, but I think that's because he was the first to do it. But even with that being said, it didn't stop all the other like millions or hundreds of thousands of music videos being made. And then also as well, I'm not blaming here, but you know, the the models being casted,
the like
the
you
video
you
vixens.
had like the video vixen eras of the 2000s. The thing is, I'm not gonna blame the video vixen girls because they were just doing their job.
No, we hear it. I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is, like, for example, let me take out video vixens, just models in general, yeah? There's certain things they're not doing for a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean? I feel like, now I understand you've got to make a check, and I understand that it takes courage. It does take courage to stand up to men that are being very firm. This is what you're doing. I just wish there was more like camaraderie between the women on these shoots, and there's more togetherness rather than just being individuals trying to blow. And like, I feel like if all the women on the same page as like, cool, we're not like getting topless for you, or you're not touching us, we're just models in this video.
I think today you now see more
That could have
camaraderie.
helped. Now, because lots of stories have come out about how video vixens were mistreated.
Shout out to Conversions of a Video Vixen by
Yeah.
Corinne. That was like
Crazy.
she exposed people in that.
Yeah, like a lot of these video vixens went through hell, and I wish, you know, there was more support and things in place to avoid that from happening, because no one talked, no one said anything, or people were silent. And you know, silence is it admission, or is that the
Complicit?
Yeah. People would see things, oh, they might think in their head, "Rah, maybe she shouldn't do that in the music video." But they wouldn't say anything, you know?
Yeah.
So now music videos, I would say in this day and age, if it's more free will and women sign things and like, yes, this is my choice, I want to do this in the video.
It's even worse though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's because it's people.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
more willing to, you know,
see this
do stuff in the music.
See, this is the part I have interesting. So women are like now it's like women on the forefront of rap, right? Which is good to some extent. No, which is great. No, which is great to every extent. But it's just interesting now. It's now we can only seem to blow up when we have one type of music, one type of hypersexualized imagery. Like, let me ask like people who watch this. Do you guys know that Rhapsody has had an album coming out?
Yeah.
Do you guys know about Tierra Whack's up and coming album that's coming out? Did most of you guys listen to Lola Brooke's album that came out a few months ago? If you did, what's the name? No name. Let me just pause for just 1 second. Do you guys know about a lot of these girls? No, because they don't get any attention. Like the women who don't hypersexualize themselves, they don't get the same comment, engagement, likes. They are not posted on these blogs, but then you will see the Sexy Reds, and this isn't a dig at Sexy Red, but this is just reality. They don't get as posted as much compared to when the hypersexualized imagery plays out, because most of us, let's just be real, we get our information from blogs and T pages. And so the blogs and the T pages, which is how a lot of us in the Black community and urban community, that's how we get most of our content. Because we don't see these other types of female rappers exposed for those, we don't think that a lot of them exist or even put out music. So at the end of the day it's the fault of us as like a consumer, because again, Sexy Red wouldn't exist if there was no demand for her. It's the fault of the blogs for literally not even giving these type of same promotion to other types of female rappers. Like, because I remember this when and this is true. Again, I'm not saying this is hate, but this is actually true. I remember this when I was on like, because again, I used to get my pages up. I used to get all my gossip from gossip pages. I remember when Sexy first started blowing up, people started posting her a lot. And I remember this, that people in the comment sections were saying, "Why do you guys keep posting her so much?" And then people in the comment section were just saying, "Why don't you post other female rappers the way that you post her?" So in the beginning, people were like, why are you doing it? And then over time, it's like now we're just used to seeing it. So I think that I hold a lot of accountability to a lot of these huge, like places.
But you do know as well, like these big T pages, they're probably paid to post.
That's true.
They're not just bored, like, oh, I'm going to post Sexy Red today. I'm going to post her tomorrow and the day after. They're being paid to post. So it might actually be, ties into money. Everything's about money. But now I'm not even disregarding what you're saying, because 100%, the women or the rap girls that are mainstream, yes, hypersexualized. Being hypersexualized ties into their popularity. Being popular ties into your streams. So that's why, and that's how I think these blog pages tie into it. If you're popular, you get posted. And if you're popular and paying me, you get posted.
And I think the reason why is because, for example, when like more outrageous stuff is said, you get more comments, you get more engagement in the algorithm. Like, I think because like a lot more outlandish stuff that you say, it gets more comments, it gets more engagement. So, and also a lot of people will see these other rap girls because they're really just about the music. They're not doing any madness or antics.
Yeah,
so people don't
exactly.
engage in their content. So therefore, they don't see these other girls as worth posting. Therefore, these other female rappers who aren't hypersexual or who don't really just do anything, to be honest, they don't get posted. It's like, we don't really, like, people just like, oh, we don't care because they're not interested.
If we're being real as well, what these blog posts, it's not actually mainly their music. It might be nonsense that they're doing and their music's in the background.
Let me say something. Most of the stuff is literally not about their music. It's literally about them. It's just them.
It's them, and they put their lives out there. And some of these artists don't do that. But like I said, it's all a combination, because say Tierra Whack started putting her life out there, I don't think the blog pages would still pick her up like that. I think it has to be, you're out there, your personality's big, you shake your ass online.
And I think that's it. So I think it's a combination of multiple things. And I also think that we as the consumers need to start taking a lot of accountability as to why the state of like mainstream like female rap is the way it is. I think most of us are unwilling or have some weird cognitive dissonance as to not addressing why it's the way it is. Sexy Red wouldn't exist if there wasn't a demand for her. And who made Sexy Red popular? We the people did. And again, it's not to say that Sexy Red doesn't deserve to be there. I was going to say, there is a space for everybody, but it promises that no balance, just one type of imagery. And so we have to say, why is it that we find ourselves, and even again as Black women, why do we find ourselves only worth engaging in content, only even worth talking about when it's this hypersexualized imagery? Why do we not see ourselves worth engaging with? Because you have people like the Willow Smiths and like Halle Bailey just released some really good music, but again, she's doing more alternative.
Remember rap. What are we talking about then?
Okay,
we're talking about rap.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting into R&B because I was talking about different types of representation.
Yeah, because we need to be realistic with ourselves as well. If we're just speaking about rap, yeah.
Okay.
So, rap, hip hop, including the men, sex sells, right? Sells in the music, it sells in the music videos. Cool. So the problem now that is being had is how much of, because you might talk about sex in your song, but we're in a place now where for some reason we believe we have to see it or see like 50% of it for it to engage with the audience. And then now we've even taken it to a place where it's like we're basically seeing, like we see simulations of it now, like the Bustin' music video,
with
Money Bagyo, Rob 49, he's pouring a champagne bottle into a girl's mouth, but it's not like it's not like that. It's from his crotch area, and the girl was. I cannot even do that on the camera. I cannot simulate what she did. But it's from his crotch.
You can YouTube it. Ari Fletcher's in it.
It's from the crotch area, so it's just like I feel like. Cool, consumers, we take it in, but I do think artists take it there first, personally. Because the how graphic has got more and more and more and more. And it's the artists make the art. Cool. If I'm sitting here watching a music video and like, cool, they're in like, I don't know, a crop top and a cute small skirt, right? And I'm like, oh, that's a nice outfit. Yeah, I'm content with this. This is great. But the next music video is nipple tassels. What does that, as a consumer, what did I do to, how did I influence that? I did nothing.
I
I just
think
watched and I liked it.
the thing is, but that's the thing. I think we influence it by engaging with it. Like, for example, like Pound Town. The reason why Pound Town blew up is because we were laughing about how outlandish outlandish the chorus was about saying my coochie's pink and my like booty hole's brown. Like, we engaged with how outlandish that is. And I even remember in an interview, like Sexy was just saying, "Well, it's just a silly song." And
Yeah.
but people grabbed onto how silly it was. So if I'm sexual, I'm thinking, oh, okay, people want to hear crazy, really hypersexual lyrics. So I'm gonna push it even further because the more outlandish
Okay.
that it is, the more people will engage in it.
Okay. Before Pound Town, did we have Pound Town?
We well, okay.
Is yes or no?
Now I'm trying to think in female
Before we
rap.
had the lyrics, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Yeah, I can't say that. Pink, brown. Before we had that lyric, did we have it?
I'm trying to think if I think again, WAP was even probably the closest that we got. And even WAP compared to now, WAP wasn't even that bad. Like if I'm comparing it to now, I don't think it was that bad in mainstream female rap.
Cool. So we hadn't ever had a WAP before, right? Before that song. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not to that. I mean, does my neck and my back by Kaya count? I was gonna say because that one was quite explicit.
Yeah, I think it counts. Cool. So before we had on my neck, my back, did we?
I mean, we had Trina.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is it's coming from the artist first. The artist takes it there. We're always gonna consume it because it's about sex. And the artist knows we're gonna consume it because it's about sex. So therefore, they make music that they know is gonna sell. And then we eat it up. And then, cool, now I'm gonna make it even raunchier. Then we eat it up. Then they're like, cool, I'm gonna make it even raunchier. Then we eat it up.
And it's like, where does the line, like, where do we
So
draw the line
yeah,
after
the line
a while?
until the internet is not, until streaming services will, but that's the thing though, music is so expressive. You can still make a raunchy song and take out the swear words and the naughty words. My mind will still go there because I know what the song is about. Do you understand what I'm saying? So consumerism is part of the problem, but I also think as well we have to put the responsibility on the artist. Like if they didn't release the stuff, I'm not taking it in. It's just kind of like, food. If the food ain't grown, am I eating it? Or the food ain't, if the food isn't prepared, can I eat it? No.
I just wonder, like, but what has happened to us as consumers? Because we had times where we can listen to conscious rap and we can listen to like the really songs because people, like, we are human beings, we are multifaceted, we have different layers to us, so we have the capacity to be like, okay, I can listen to the fun twerk songs, but then I can also listen to a really good song like Lauryn Hill, Killing Me Softly, and that can still actually chart and be
Do
mainstream.
you know what though?
Why can we not have, why do we now in 2024 not be able to have to support that kind of music now to the same extent that was there in the 90s? What understand what has shifted in us
Do you
as the
know
consumers?
do you know what though? I genuinely believe that hasn't changed. It's just the songs that are about sex, they just do so well. They just do amazingly well. That is like viral hits. Because I can listen to Megan, and I got Little Sims on my playlist. I listen to all of them. It's just, unfortunately, what's more popular on the radios is the viral hit songs about sex. What music videos are going to be pushed? The viral hit song about sex. Like, it's pushed in front of us more, but we still have all these songs that are about everything, like R&Bs. Like I listen to R&B still. Got all these art like Cowboy Carter, you know. That's even come out. There's nothing about sex
But I was
there.
gonna say, but because again, I think it's the same because it's Beyonce, and Beyonce is such an established artist. I feel like
I
Beyonce is like
know,
the anomaly,
but there's still okay. Ariana Grande dropped. Is that solely about sex?
but she's white.
So what is this
Like,
conversation about then? Is we talk about female rap being
but
hypersexual or
yes,
what?
and yes, and because it's specifically an issue that is seems to be pertained to black women, because white women can be multifaceted and have different types of representation and still find success. But for some reason, when it comes to us as black women, and female rap is a gateway to that conversation, that we can only really seem to get the huge success as black
Yeah,
women when we're being hypersexual.
but you said that there's so much songs about sex, bloody 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 blah, right?
Yes.
But so basically, because there's so much songs about sex, am I gonna ignore Lola Brooke? Am I gonna ignore Rhapsody? Am I gonna ignore Tierra Rack? They're still making the songs.
Yeah, exactly.
The catalogs is there.
And it's that,
It's just
and we don't support them. So then this goes to my point about as black women, like it seems to be this weird self-fulfilling prophecy that now we can only find success as being hypersexual. So then will other black women want to come into the industry in female rap who'd be like, I want to have a diverse body or a bigger catalog, but then I'm afraid to do so that I won't be as popular if I don't twerk, if I don't wear the booty shorts and stuff like that too. Because we have those black female rappers who do are like that, but they are even, and they, by the way, they do have their small cult fan bases that support them, but they're not celebrated in the mainstream as they should be. So how will that affect other female rappers and how they approach themselves and want to come up in the industry?
I know what you're saying, but I'm literally just honing on the point. Are you saying that the mainstream rap girls is just solely about sex then, basically?
I was gonna say, yes, it's basically just about hypersexuality, yes.
But okay, so mainstream rap is kind of like pop in the sense to be the most successful, yes. It seems like you're gonna be hypersexual. But there are small pockets of rappers, but they're not as popular. That's the thing. It's just like the songs are being made. It's it's not being bumped in the club. It's not being bumped on the radio. So it is what it is, and that also ties not just with female rap songs in general. If they're not about sex, really and truly, you don't hear them too much.
I'm gonna push back on that because you know why? Because with male rappers, there is still room for the J. Cole's and the Kendrick. And again, I know these guys are well-established tenors,
cool.
but
I'm talking mainly about like having the viral hit. Like, when I say sex as well, I'll tie in the surface level songs about partying, lifestyle, getting goals, being rich. Because female rap is about that as well. They're not just talking about sex. I'm talking about the shallow part of rap. Those are the songs, or that content is what blows up. Male or female. Like,
no, I agree. I just think that men in rap get a bit more of a gateway to be a bit more multi-dimensional and still find more success at this point in 2024. This is just my opinion. I think men get a bit more gateway to be a bit more multifaceted and still find more success compared to female rappers.
Which rappers are we talking about though?
That again, you know,
are we talking about rap or are we talking about now alternative with the Don Tollivers and the Gunners?
No, I'm talking about rap specifically, which is why I mentioned the Kendrick Lamar's and the J. Cole's and stuff, and even what's it called? I was gonna say even like Lil Uzi and stuff.
Lil Uzi's alternative.
Do you consider Lil Uzi to be a rapper?
He's alternative. Okay. He's alternative. That's the thing. What are we talking about here?
What I was gonna say. Okay, so
we're talking about.
Let's not count like Travis Scott or anything because I know he's alternative.
That's the thing. Like, what are we talking? Are we talking about rap here, hip hop? What are we talking about?
But I was gonna say but again, these guys are considered to be part of hip hop. But what I'm saying is that they get space to be alternative. But then we have people like Rico Nasty. She's an amazing alt girl, but she doesn't get the shine from mainstream that she does. Like what I'm saying is that they get space to be alternative and still find success. Black women and female rappers don't get the same way to have that.
I get about what you're saying, but I'm talking about rap here. specifically, like not alternative. So because you're now making it a male, like female kind of thing. I'm specifically talking about rap music, like not someone that does high production stuff and it's like trippy music, psychedelic music, because that's a whole new different genre in my opinion.
Oh, because I was gonna say because the thing is, I feel like we have because the thing is,
Because we have so
I
many different
know.
pockets of black music now. People sub it all into rap, but it's not all the same.
Oh, because I was gonna say because I want to. Okay, because the thing is, now we're getting into another a topic of like, do we consider like the Lil Uzis and the Travis Scotts to still be part of hip hop and rap and
Yeah.
stuff? And then we're gonna get into another tangent on that. So, because I consider them to be part of hip hop, which is why I include them in it. But I was gonna say, well, actually, do you know what? This is a good point for another actual topic because we don't want to
Yeah.
go too much into a rabbit hole. But
Because I'm just saying, to be successful in this day and age, as a rapper, rap music, nothing else. And I understand, yes, men have more leeway to take that, to be more experimental with their music. I agree with that. But specifically with rap music, not artists that are alternatives, we already know being a black female, it's harder to be a musician. Cool. But specifically, rap music, the more shallow you are, the more successful you're, or not successful, the
will you blow up?
yeah, the more you blow up artificially.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And it's kind of like the era we're in. Like, if the song isn't about how much money you have, how much girls you get, the private jets, your kettles, you know, bust downs, skip. That's for the men. For the girls, it's about being the prettiest, being the baddest, having the best kitty, having the fattest bum.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think rap as a whole, and also as well with the rappers, you have to have bad bees in your video. You have to have a bad bee on your arm, and as a female, you have to be the bad bee. I think it's so hypersexualized for both, but unfortunately, the sword falls hollow on us because we're the sexual beings that's now being used in the video, or you know, in the industry or whatever you want, however you want to call it.
And so I think for me, the very final point that I'll make before going to the next topic is that even though I guess we're at the ones leading on the forefront of our sexuality, and I ask this a question to my beautiful black queens out there, is it really the spectacle of empowerment and liberation that we think it is? Or is it a self-fulfilling prophecy where we are trapped into our own image of hypersexuality?
But also as well with that conversation, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, because like I said, I do, in some music videos, I'm just like, wow, like I've actually seen, like, I've seen everything in your body. Like, I should not be seeing that, you know? But then what if they want to be? What if that's how they want to express themselves? And who am I to say no? Like, do you get what I mean? There's always that line. But also as well, who are we to say, look, if they want me to see the corner, if they want me to see them in their corner and crevice, like, who am I to say that's too much? But then as well, I do also think, just in the general basis of things, I cannot walk down the street butt naked. I will get arrested. So I think some of that needs to be applied to the music, and that's what I'm gonna say.
I think the key word is just balance. That's all.
Yeah.
Balance. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say balance. But as well, like, everything's interpretation. Like, if an artist wants to do a music video with just tassels and shorts, and YouTube says this is fine, then what can you do?
Are we gonna support it or are we gonna